Hello everyone. Ngayon po pag-usapan natin itong DNR Discharge Permit Application, step number 1 via online permitting and monitoring system. Kadalasan sa mga nag-a-apply ng discharge permit, nagtatanong kung papaano kukumpletuhin ang bawat steps. Merong 6 na steps para makapag-submit ng discharge permit application. At yan ay mag-uumpisa sa step 1. At ito yung general information. Ang step number 1 ay kailangan kumpletuhin part po ng application process. So general information, magsisimula dito sa application information, kung anong type ng application ito, new or renewal. Madidetermine lang yan ng system kung sasagutin natin yung tanong na has manually approved permit, yes or no. So when you click no, new application, at when you click yes, magiging renewal. And we need to upload the previously issued discharge permit. So for this time, new application. At kung yan po ang type of application, sa step number 6, madidetermine na rin ng applicant yung mga requirements for new application of discharge permit. Second is the type of wastewater. Meron ditong drop-down list na kailangan nating piliin. So kung commercial business, we select commercial wastewater. Ang meron sunod dito yung permittee information has to do with the name of the owner or a company. So for example, ABC Company Inc. At ganun din yung office address. Lalagay din dito yung address ng kumpanya o ng may-ari ng nag-a-apply ng discharge permit. Siyempre, in-indicate dito like region, province, city or municipality, and barangay. At yan po ay drop-down na lang din po. So we select the drop-down list. Next is the permittee address. So, indicate dito yung name of establishment, number and street name, at saka yung region, province, city, barangay, at yung geolocation has to do with the geographical coordinates, latitude and longitude. Pwede natin gamitin yung button na to, open map, or pwede natin gamitin yung Google Map para ma-determine ang coordinates ng ating facility. Next is the information about our ECC if applicable, at kung CNC, kung ano po ang applicable sa atin, ECC or CNC. So indicate lang natin yung number. Ganon din yung hazardous waste generator ID na nakasulat sa hazardous waste generator registration certificate. Dito din na in-indicate ang tax identification number. At pagka lumabas po ang discharge permit, naka-indicate yung tax identification number sa permit. Sa industry category, kung ano po ang description ng ating project, pwede nating piliin dito sa drop-down list. For example, meron kang um, commercial establishment, halimbawa restaurant, o piliin natin yung restaurant. Then, year established, uh, yung first time issuance ng DTI or ng SEC. Ganon din yung legal classification like proprietorship, private corporation, multinational, and then others kung ito ay nasa like LGU, SUC. And of course, sa ownership terms, meron tayong private, foreign, government, at ang total ng mga to laging 100%. So for example, this is a private corporation, privately owned 100%, zero foreign, and zero government. So basta lagi ang total nito ay 100. At ilalagay din dito yung name ng PCO at yung pong information ng accreditation niya, kung accredited na siya o kung kailan na i-submit yung application for accreditation. Ini-indicate din dito ang employment and operation information. Kung nasa processing and manufacturing, kailangan yung production number of workers at sa mga office personnel and staff, non-production. Kung wala sa processing or manufacturing, pwedeng yung mga office personnel and staff. And dito yung ating production time, operating hours per day, operating days per month, number of months per year, and the number of days with discharge per month. Ang isa sa pinaka-critical dito ay ang water balancing. First here, we identify the sources of water supply at tinitingnan natin yung water billing statement. Kinocompute natin yung average monthly volume of water consumption at yung daily average water consumption. Pagka nakuha mo yung average water consumption, madali mo na makuha yung daily average, i-divide mo lang yan sa number of days per month. So, after mo makuha yung average water consumption, dito sa portion ng sources of water supply, next mo naman ay titingnan yung wastewater generation at yung estimated flow. Kailangan yung total water consumption at yung wastewater generation ay parehas po or equal. So that's why it is called a water balance. Ang ginagawa natin, we distribute the water consumption sa mga generating process para malaman kung ano ang estimated flow sa bawat proseso na nakakapag-generate ng wastewater. And then next is the generating wastewater with heavy metals, yes or no. So gaya ng mga cadmium, arsenic, mercury, kung may mga ginagamit tayong mga ganyang raw and good chemicals, pwedeng posible na makontaminate ang ating wastewater ng mga to. So you can select yes. But if you are not using chemicals classified as heavy metals, pwede nating no. Then discharging water to body of water. At meron ditong ibang mga selection like safe reuse of wastewater. At ito ay kailangan mo ng clearance from Department of Agriculture para sa safe reuse of wastewater for irrigation. So, click body of water. And then, if you are a dwelling units, with dwelling units, kailangan yung information like total floor area, number of bedrooms, number of guests per year, total area for dining units, and number of restaurants per dining units. After nyong ma-kompleto yung mga information, just click proceed para po makarating sa step number 2. So that's all about the discharge permit application, step number 1. At kung gusto niyo pong matuto pa sa sunod na video, step number 2, hanggang makarating tayo sa step number 6, please subscribe and share and like this video. Thank you very much and have a good day.